Okay, looks like we are live. I hope we are live. All the screens look like we're live. So, let's take a look at this. I've posted a couple of things on Twitch about this. Not Twitch, Twitter, one of those TVs. And essentially, this is that god-awful water-cooled build that we were looking at. It's not quite as bad as the one that we got, and we're not re-water cooling this one. So, you know, there's that. We are, however, going to fix it, and we're going to get this thing ready and working so that it doesn't just power off all the time. The reason I'm pretty sure this thing is powering off all the time is due to the fact that, don't drop the glass, is due to the fact that the video card, which is a 2080, is woefully uncooled. It's pretty bad. As you guys can see in the little spot down here, ooh, I have that mirrored. I should fix that sometime. You have these little these little heat sinks here. They're not really doing a whole lot. And you've got a fan down here blowing on them, giving some sort of prayer that it might work, but the reality is bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here in the back and see if we can get some of these things out, and then we will go ahead and reinstall a new CPU cooler, new power supply. He'd like a little RGB and a 3070 Ti, and we'll get this thing up and working with any luck. All right, so let's start with, and I kind of like that you got the little one here. You can, I don't know, interesting new thing, new setup. So hopefully some of this will work out well. I guess we'll find out. All right, let's see. Let's start with getting this out. We do not need this, so I'm just going to yank this guy right on out. It's cotton wrapped in electrical tape with adhesive on the bottom, holding the fan up a little closer to the card. Sad. Very, very sad. But you know what? It apparently worked at one point. So there's one thing going on. We've got Asia horse fans. They work. That's technically that's all they have to do. Let's see. Trying to get this out without causing any flow problem by letting stuff leak, but it looks like I'm going to have to take that tube off the hard way, because this is a little too tight to get through that gap. Alrighty. Now, one of the things we've got upcoming, if you look back here, you'll see all that pink stuff. That is what we call not my choice. I don't put pink things in anything but coolant. Yes, it's pink up there now. Anyway, we have another build coming. It's not going to be a water-cooled build, but it should be a pretty good build. She will also be getting a 3070 Ti. And then on top of that, we have another build coming, which is Sarah's build. She's finally agreed to the water cooling. You guys have seen some pictures on Twitter about me making the GPU white, and that should be coming either later this week or early next week. Some things may get moved around a little. All right, so let's start with, I can't tell where there is and is not fluid. Apparently there have been leaks in this thing, so you know, there's that to contend with. So we're going to try to take this all out as one single unit, so that we don't have to deal with any additional leaks from something that's been opened. So let's start with taking off the radiator. I'll switch around here so you guys can see that. Switch a bit so it comes out a little easier. Alrighty. Radiator held in with 2 screws. I'd give them crap, but I've done it too. Alright, so radiator should be loose. GPU will pop out when we want it to. Let's get this front one. How does this guy come off? Like that. Now, I don't have my usual Gorilla Pod, but I was kind of hoping that this guy here would suffice and hold things a little bit more steadily as it bounces up and down, so that you guys can see exactly what's going on. Now, I don't know how this is in, if it's being held in by these through it, or if it's screwed in behind it. We'll find that out as soon as we get all the way through. Come on, little guy, get out of there. Ugh. Oh, wow. Look at all those messages. Wow. All right, so I got a TV set up in here so I can actually see the message. Did he decide what he was doing with the card? He has not decided what he's doing with the card as of yet. I don't know. I am not a Corsair shill, so I will speak right up. As much as I am disturbed to my core that I will be putting together a mostly, not entirely, but mostly Corsair PC. It does pain me. I won't lie. It pains me quite a bit. It is at least going to be a thermal take case. So, you know, there's that. And then, what else is not thermal take? Or what else is not Corsair? Fans are Corsair. It's got Intel. It's not a Corsair processor. RAM, no, RAM's Corsair. What else? The power supply. Power supply is Asus. Despite the fact that Corsair makes a white one, we're using Asus, so I don't have to deal with that. Yes, you got me to notice the chat. You can call it a win. So with the whole setup the way it is now, it's literally designed so that I can interact a lot better than I used to. Having a giant chat up on the wall right there makes it a lot easier to read. The cameras are way back there, the new table, just everything. Like I said in the last few weeks in the Discord, I've put a lot of time and effort into this to make it a lot easier so that I can communicate with people. Oh, that's I don't know if you guys saw that on the little cam here. So I took out 5 screws from fans, and this radiator fell. It looks like it's... I don't think I have to take them all out. I'm pretty sure if I take out this one screw... Okay. So, we're going to have to make some changes. That should be... Oh, no, there's one more. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to make some changes. I'm probably gonna have to walk out of the room at some point to get some screws, because these screws are not going to hold it in any longer. So, you know, there's that. They also could use a good old-fashioned cleaning, so I will get the stuff for that. Let's see. Let's see if the wife can help me out with that. What's that, guy? All right, there we go. It was quick. Changes like throwing it out. Throwing what out? The radiator? Yeah, I mean, it's going. But then again, so is all the water-cooled stuff, because what the hell is this? I mean, a pump CPU block combo that's plastic? Trust me, we're making it better. Alright, So that's a thing I might have to deal with. Oh, special delivery.
Is that me?
Yeah, it is. The Q-tips?
I'm getting there.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is not the screw thing we needed. Crap. Wrong screw thing. This is the wall mounting screw thing, not the computer PC screw thing. New request. This is the wrong screw thing, although you got it from the right place. I need the one that has the computer pieces in it.
I don't even know what that one is.
Small, not clear at the top. It's the frosted one. So, you know, oopsies. We do have stuff to clean said fans, so there's that. And I'm gonna have a new challenge, because there's definitely fluid in this guy. I definitely need there to not be fluid in this guy to take it out. Or something. I guess if there's not fluid in this, we might get lucky. And we'll go from there. You guys can't see that, but I'll spin it around. So we have this thing. Don't ask why. I'll tell her you said hi when she comes back in. She's out doing my bidding right now. This scares me. I have no idea what's going to happen when I take this off. I'm hoping, because I can't get any liquid to come down into this tube, I'm hoping this one's empty. Or dried up or whatever. Burn it down, start again. You're not wrong, Blue. You're not wrong at all. Why wouldn't you drain it first? Well, I'd like to think that this was a drain, but this was not. Yes, that. Thank you.
Not really.
It was not where I said it was, but I thank you for this. This should have enough screws to make it work. I'd like to think this was a drain, but drains usually go at the bottom of a case, not 3/4 of the way to the top. And to be fair, this build was supposed to be on camera and not prepped, and it's not a catastrophe for you guys if it's prepped. So, you know, gotta keep it live. Come on, get off there. Okay, so good news is, it's not filled. Ooh. Well, I don't know if you guys can see the color of that, but the brown that you see there is effectively the brown I see here. Super gross. Upside is, since it is a valve, we can turn that off and stick it through. This is going to have to come off. Spin this around again. Upside is the teardown makes it quick, and we can get right into making it better than it was, which doesn't take a whole lot of effort. All right, get that guy through there. All right, look at that. Not a drop spilt yet. Kadeem, I hope you're watching, and I hope you're scared out of your mind. That thing's actually kind of handy. I think I almost like that better. Alrighty, switch this back over to a Phillips bit. Take off this god-awful CPU block. Now, I'll admit, one thing I didn't bother to check is to see what type of CPU was in it. Based on the cooler we got, it shouldn't matter. It should take anything semi-recent. So, you know, there's that. Based on the layout, though, it looks like it's AMD. And I'm sure he told me at some point, but There's a lot of details in there. Excuse the loud noise. I do have the AC running in here because this room gets hot as hell with all these computers running. Come on. Come off. There we go. Alrighty. So we should be able to excavate all this at once. Pull that off there. Disconnect this cable here from whatever it's connected to. Alrighty. Look at that. Come on. Come on out. There we go. I lied. There's a drop. There's a single drop right there. Alright. Let's flip. Oh, don't leak on me. Oh, this thing definitely does leak. I'm not sure. Oh! Yeah, it's leaking. It's definitely leaking. And I don't know from where, but it's definitely leaking. Oh, that's so nasty. Oh, yeah. I definitely should have asked for paper towels. Can you guys see that? Yuck. Alright, so this right here is, wait a minute, I have a button for this. There we go. That is what's keeping this thing cold. That and that one fan that was kind of blowing on it from the bottom. Oh god, I'm definitely getting wet. God, this is nasty. So this is what was keeping it cold, or less hot. Yeah, that's all going away. We're gonna put that on the. I don't want that crap on my floor. We're back. Yes, it does have plenty of train ports. Besides the 20, I'll let you know once I get a little bit further in. Yeah, that is correct. That is not what they mean by an open loop. Do we have a box? I'm gonna take this box. All right, we have a new home for this crap. Kadeem, if you're in the chat, you might want to speak up in regards to the future. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a thing.
Paper towels are under my monitor.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's special.
Like sludge?
It's not like sludge. It's colored like sludge. And it's kind of turned my arm like sludge. I cleaned my grill today, and I was less discolored than I am this. Oh yeah, this is. Looks like I peed on the floor. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, so some progress has in fact been made. Get a bucket. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. All right, so let's see what we got in here. Now that this thing has been cleaned, let's take this. We'll clean off the CPU because we do have new thermal paste somewhere in this vicinity. Let's see what we got here. We have a Ryzen 3600. We are rocking a Ryzen 3600. Somebody water-cooled a Ryzen 3600. Interesting. I don't know how long ago it was water-cooled, but I don't know. That would have been my first choice. Let's see if I can move this a little closer. Payne says you gave it up on TT. No, I didn't give up on TT. I don't have a choice in the matter. I genuinely don't have a choice in the matter. Oh, wait, go back to here. I love this. Yeah. No, I'm not giving up on thermal take. Although I might point out that thermal take hasn't done anything to get in my good graces lately, so, you know, there's that. There is factually that. Ooh, damn. Leaked on the table over here, too. This is just nasty. So, you know, I'm opening my options up. I mean, simply put, Thermaltake doesn't have the gorgeous frosted tubes that, oh, that is nasty as hell too, that you see back there and that are in Jason's build and will be in Sarah's build. They don't make them. If they did, I'd probably consider it. You know, because whatever. But I've come to like working with the acrylic quite a bit more than I thought, because my last endeavor with acrylic was not any fun at all. So, you know, learning things. I keep thinking about Mr. Bucket. I have no idea what that link is. I can't click it. 450, 470, 550, 570, B450, I think. This board, B450 Tomahawk Max, which is funny because when he originally sent the picture to me, he said it was an X570, and I told him at the time, I was like, I think that's a B550. Because I think we were all looking at it and we saw the MSI M and we're like, nah, we're pretty sure we know what that board was. Turns out we were right. Man, this is grody. See, for anybody that's watching for the first time, when I fix something, I try to fix it right. Not just put better parts in it, but like, give it back the way you'd want to get it. Which I'm sure some of you are going to instantly say, get better fans. Because that's the way I'd want to get it. There are limits. I'll clean it. I'll make it better. I'm not spending money. Did that. Didn't get anywhere. Yeah. All this shit. This is one fan. I may have to abandon the clean the fans on stream thing and do that later, or this is going to take all night. That's one fan, and it's like, that's oh, there we go. It's over there. Yeah. So we'll put that off. We'll clean those off stream so we're not taking on it. We didn't want to spend super all night doing this. We don't know what the power supply is. We'll find that out here in just a minute. Let's see what we've got power supply wise. I believe last time we looked, it was a no-name 2-screw. Okay. No name, no rating power supply. And since we're putting in a 3070 Ti, I made the executive decision that we should put in a power supply that was worth a damn, because we all know how things go when power supplies aren't worth a damn. We have seen that when things aren't properly done, they explode, sometimes catch fire. EVGA. You know, that stuff happens. He could throw a 5700 in there. That's true. He could absolutely throw a 5700 in there. Coincidentally, I have one right there. That is for the next build we're doing. The upside is that if he decides to put a better processor in here, we can just toss it in. We can take the cooler off, do that, and plop it in, maybe with a BIOS update at the worst, and be just fine. So it's not like when we do a water-cooled system and have to go through absolute hell to put a new processor in. So this is actually a good thing for him if he wants to upgrade. Let's see, how we get you out of here easy. Oh, there we go. All right, this guy is a solid gear. We've got a solid gear here. 650 watt. Yeah, I don't see any rating listed on it, so we'll just assume that that is unrated. I am slightly concerned though. I may have made an oopsie. We'll find out. As I don't know what case this is, I didn't look up what it fits power supply wise. And at the moment, I'm really hoping it fits a standard size. Because if it doesn't, this stream might be ending a lot sooner than we thought. But we'll find out. Okay, just connect this. Methinks this might be a smaller form factor. That would be unfortunate. Because the only one that I have that would fit is white and behind me, and I'm not doing that. Let's see here. Worst case scenario, we just order a new one, send this one back to good old thermal take, and go from there. I think we'll be alright. I don't think we've been screwed. I wouldn't do anything higher than a 5700 though. I don't know. 5800 can be quite the deal sometimes, so I wouldn't rule that out. But yeah, I wouldn't go up to like a 59 or a 5950. That would be a bit of a waste. We can at least get all this clean easy. All right. Little progress there. All right, this guy we're going to put in, and we want this fan side down. Look at that. Fits right in. Looks like a Corsair 4000D. Really? Is that what this thing might be? I don't see any... No, this is a rose weld, according to what the emblem on the front says. But it's nice to know that this is what a 4000D is. Somebody did reach out recently asking me to do a water-cooled build in a 4000D, and I said no. It looked a little small, and the stuff that they wanted to put in it didn't really warrant water cooling, in my opinion. I thought it would be a bit of a waste of money, and said if you want to do a full rebuild, we can work something out. But I think we were looking at something similar to what was in this. It was a Ryzen 3900, I think, that was in it. But given that you've got a new chip coming out from AMD sooner rather than later, I don't think it's a smart idea to start water cooling the... man, that gunk is really long. Sticker. I don't think it's a smart idea to start water cooling the 3900 this late in the game. Personal opinion, you might disagree. Oh, alrighty. Are the screws someplace? You know, since the last one didn't have many, I'd like to put all 4 in here. There they are. Again, sorry for the AC noise. That thing has to drain across the house because of the way we did it. Alrighty. So, there's nothing really exciting about screwing in the power supply. I would do a 5000D over a 4000D for a loop. Coincidentally, I did tell him that if he wanted to do Corsair, because he was adamant that they stay within the Corsair brand. Apparently everybody is against me on that lately. And he wanted to keep everything Corsair all the way through it, which, you know, only hurt me that much more deep down inside. I told him a 5000D, or I actually saw that, I took a look at Corsair's cases, and the 7000D actually looked like a pretty good case too. So I gave him a couple options there, and he said he'd get back with me, and you know, that may be a build coming in the future. Somebody else actually came with a really cool thing they wanted me to do, and I won't lie, I'm a little excited if this one actually comes to fruition. Somebody wanted me to do the Lian Li desk table case. That I was super interested in. I would love to do one of those. So I think that may have actually been the guy with the 3900. There's been a lot ever since I put the thing up on YouTube saying all this stuff would be done free. I've been getting a lot of people contacting me about things. So you know, that doesn't go like that. Somebody screwed that up, but I'm not going to mess with that. So a Lian Li desk thing would be fantastic. Have I looked into RTX Studio? No. Tell me about it. What is RTX Studio? Is that the background noise thing that you're referring to? The RTX sound and what have you? I assume is what you're referring to? And no, I haven't. I probably should, because it would actually work really well considering that thing back there is doing all the processing for this. A 3080 to handle the stream at 4K 60 FPS, and we're currently, well, CPU's not doing a damn thing, but let's see what we're doing here for the GPU, which is the one working. Where is Task Manager? There it is. Performance-wise, for the GPU, we're 60-ish%. So, you know, I've got a little bit of RTX to spare. A little bit. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the back again real quick. Ooh, okay. I may have found an answer to a question that we had. We were curious at one point why there was tape here. I'm wondering if it was just because they were trying to hold that on to screw it on. So, may have gotten an answer there. I think before I do any of the wiring though, I think I'm going to put this guy on. And we're not going to take it out of the case to do it. Ew. It's got a weird drop there. We'll clean that off and we'll use Thermal Grizzly. Get that crap right off there. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's okay, but meh. I'd rather use Thermal Grizzly. Yep, sound and I thought about the green screen thing, but you know, then I built this, so green screen was a little pointless at this point. Might be useful for the streams, but then we redid Sarah's area, which is now the background to mine, so again, unneeded. But the sound, yeah, it's something that I'm probably going to look into, if for no other reason than to cut down on what you guys hear when Sarah and I are streaming between the two of us. Yeah. goopy. All right, there's the cryo knot. Let's get the mounting and stuff out of here. Here is the fan. This should be the mounting stuff. That's a Be Quiet Dark Pure, I think it was. Ew. Goopy stuff's everywhere. We're gonna go with this. I mean, you could put like a dark rock, you know, something giant in here, but it's kind of overkill for what's in it. Yeah, for you, I was suggesting it for the sound. Yeah, definitely. It certainly has its place. I won't discount that at all. Alright, now, I have not put one of these on, so we're going to have to do some learning. I'm actually a little worried because I know that Intel, or AMD, usually has the little thing that goes on the board that looks like it was removed. And I'm hoping that this doesn't require it. So, let's take a look and see. Alright, without looking, we can say this is going to go here, this is going to go here, that's going to go across there, that's going to go there. So that's part of how it goes together. What about the rest? How does it secure? That's all Intel stuff, so we don't need that. And we also have springs. Single drop of poop on Sam's disc. What? Where? My desk is gorgeous. Where's the instructions to that? I'm curious. The Pure Rock 2. Let's see. Intel. We don't need Intel. Hey, here we go. Really? That's how you put this on? Odd, but okay. Don't fight it. So these weird little things. We will not be using tape for this. I think not. Assuming these things screw in, which they do, it looks like it goes on like this. I've got a PC build I need to send you. Oh, really? I'm scared. Because you know how to build a PC, which means if you're sending it to me, it's either water-cooled, which is fine, or it's going to be some sort of hellhole, and you're trying to punish me. And knowing you, it's probably the second one. Isn't it? Yeah. He's trying to punish me. We all know that. Don't look up, because if you look up, he's going to tell you that you're about to be punished. Don't look up. Looking up's a bad idea. Yeah. Looking up. Don't look up. The tape residue is actually sticking to my fingers, so I can't pull away. if I tried, it would actually go badly. It's in your Discord DM. Do me a favor, send it to the stream me. The other one's behind me on that machine, so send it to the stream version of me over here where I can actually see it. Let me spin this around so you guys can see what's going on. Alrighty, that's one. Let's put that little guy right there. I'll admit, it's a lot easier doing that before you've mounted the motherboard inside. But we don't really have a choice unless we want to disassemble that too. Sent. Oh, I see the message. Give me a second and I will check it. Cursed coolant. Get in there. There we go. There we go. Nope, don't come out. Don't come out. Get in there. Son of a... Probably the first and last time I'll ever complain about having a magnetic screwdriver and ferrous screws. Alright, so let's take a look at this god-awful build. Hey, Sarah! Hey, Sarah.
Yeah?
Jason is sending a build our way. I thought you might want to take a look at it. It's something you'll love. Really? That's all? You're not even gonna... I'm disappointed.
Why would you put your computer in something that you can defeat with one grade?
So you're saying you're not impressed with the fact that they built it inside of a Death Star?
Fuck no. Death Star, worse Star.
That's, So what's wrong with it? What exactly is wrong with that? Aside from the fact that it's actually in a Death Star, which it's not what I would call good looking. It's definitely not what I would call a good looking build. It's super. Can't imagine the amount of space that takes up. But on the flip side, one missile and it explodes and goes away. So, you know, there's that. Easy cleanup. Oh, it's not coming to you. Oh, that's good to know. You just said you had a build coming to me, and I don't know that Sarah would let it survive. And I don't know that I would fault her for not letting it survive. I mean, realistically, destroying that would probably be a better outcome. Just saying. Alrighty. That's like 100 pounds of, really? That is a heavy ass case. And that's saying a lot considering how much the one up there weighs. Alright. I'm gonna tighten these things up as much as I can, because this thing I don't think uses little prongs, except for anything but the fan. Which means I have to get that relatively tight in order to keep it there. And it's a little wobbly. See? Did it with no tape. I had made the SI that was going to do the build, and it shut down. Oh, well, I mean, we can finish the build. Question is whether or not Sarah will finish it after the build. But you know, shit happens. You need to remember that PS5 that goes inside of it. Wait. Oh, P5? Wait, what? There's a P5 inside of it? What the hell? You're talking about like a Core P5, right? Inside of that. Seems like a waste. Okay, so this guy goes like so. It screws in like that. Let's see. I think we're gonna make this a exhaust. So let's take the fan. Let's see. We will put the fan, something like that. We will blow air that way, exhaust it out the back. We'll pull it in the front, and we will call that a day. All right. So this thing is held on by wonky little clips. Somehow. Oh, like that. Kind of. Oddball design for a mountain. Okay. Gotcha. That is interesting, but okay. See, the problem is that seems bass backwards to me. As Sam struggles to figure out wonky mounting system on live YouTubes. space-wise, it doesn't seem to work out either. That means it's got to go in the top. Yeah, I could look at the instructions. I'm sure you guys are complaining in the chat now. I'll be right back. Need to run out for a few. Checked the server and had no idea Circuit City was still around. I know, right? So here's a fun fact. I used to work there many years ago. And when I did work there, I was the #1 sales guy that they had, at least in the computer area, because, I don't know, it seemed kind of easy because laptop repair back then was really expensive. Once you explain to somebody that you could get a laptop warranty for $300 or replace the screen for $800 or $900, it seemed like kind of a good deal. You know, the black and white picture sucks for detail. Sucks real hard for detail. How in the hell are you supposed to make out the details of that? That's the only way I can see that it works. Here, you guys can have fun looking at it. There. So you got a little hinge here. It seems to work by hinging in there. That's what it looks like. Problem is, the thing's hooked that way. So the only way to do it is to hook it in, swing it around, or get those mounted and then pop it on, which, you know, is fine, except that they don't seem to reach. And I don't want to break it. But, you know, omelets, eggs, stuff like that. So, in theory, it would go like that, and then be held to one like that. Which, I mean, I guess, seems to work. But I would just call it bad design. Or I'm doing it wrong, somewhere in the between. These all seem to be the same. So that doesn't seem to be a factor. Are they all the same? Yes, they're all exactly the same. So, yeah. So my vote is, we're just going to go with it. Let's assume that they know more than I know about cooling and call it a day. There we go. It's on. Seems tight. We'll go with it. Ooh, that's going to be a challenge. Huh. That is going to be a challenge. Hooks on fan. Yeah. I did. I figured it out. It just seems like a crap design to me. Like I said, I only know water cooling and this is air cooling, so I will trust that Be Quiet knows what the hell they're doing. Although, I'll admit, I probably should have taken the motherboard out before I did this, because this is going to be a teeny tiny challenge. Straighten out the fin again, easy peasy. There we go. So, due to the fact that this thing is going to be a pain in my ass, we're going to go back to the original plan of mount this thing in there and then put the fan on, because otherwise it's probably not going to go in. So where's the little block? Alright, there's the little block. This goes in like that. Have to look that way. See, if the fan's there, you can't get this one right. Huh. Oh, don't fall. Huh. I got it. Even I didn't think I was going to get that one, but I got it. Question is, and yeah, I know there's no thermal paste on it. This is a test fit. Yeah, it'll work. I didn't even look up. Oh, wow, really? No one told me on the thermal paste? I'm disappointed. No, it's not a Dark Rock 4. It is a Pure Rock 2. The Dark Rock, as it were, is gigantic. And this case does not have room for gigantic. This case barely has room for tiny. So, definitely not a Dark Rock. Okay. Let's put thermal paste on. Probably would have been smarter to do this part. Do that part over there while it was down as well, instead of me being a dumbass and trying to do it sideways. But me being a dumbass is why you people watch this. Mod, go ahead and put it up. I know you're dying to put up me being a dumbass. It was actually done in this very room, almost in this exact spot, and he's never let me live it down. Get all that paste spread around. Not that you guys can see it. I promise. It'll be all nice and thermal pasty. It's going to be funny if Mod wouldn't back in time to put that link in there, because I know he's got it copy and pasted in a notepad somewhere where you can get to it instantly. But the Discord hasn't seen it in ages. Oh yeah, that is nice and gooey. The proper amount of thermal paste, entirely too much, and just enough, all at the same time. So put that over there. Now we'll make our second attempt at this guy. I just need to find that other screw. There it is. Really, Mod didn't do it. Ooh, that's nice and gooey. catch that hole. There we go. It caught. Okay. She looks good. That's on. Let's put on this wonky thing. We'll put this downward. Make sure our directions are right. Oh no! Direction goes that way. Oh, man. Not cool. Minor fix. Just need to reorient these to over here so we can have that cable facing down. Down, orientation right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. CPU fan, pump fan, sys fan. I'm gonna guess that you're the CPU fan. Because you're the one that's super crazy hidden and hard to get to. And of course, that's what you would be. Come on. So, one of the other things that I've started doing is I spent all day yesterday getting Sarah's build ready to go. So it's actually got the bends pre-bent. I won't have to bend everything live on stream, taking 12 hours to do it. It's all pre-ready to go. Just assemble, turn it on. Easy peasy, hopefully. You know, hopefully no leaks, given that it's all Corsair, like Mod likes to keep pointing out, because apparently that's a thing. All right, there we go. Air cooled. It's a thing. What else we got to put in this thing? Cables, power supply, RGB. Alrighty, we are making progress. Let's start with getting cables. We don't need any of these, so we'll leave that out. Don't need any of these, leave that out. Don't need, 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 need. Okay. Let's see if we can make this thing clean. Yeah. Let's start with the 24 pin. Let's get this in here. didn't think about that when we mounted that, did we? May have to plug all these in and then mount it back in. So there may be some work we have to do yet. Let's see, that needs to go there, that can go last. CPU we need. Definitely need the CPU pins. There we go. Catch you later, Blue. Alright, that one's done. We need 2 for the video card. What is that? Say it's a 12 pin. But I don't know if it's a dual 12 pin. I don't remember the 3070. Well, it's a 3070 Ti. Oh no. Come out, you stupid. It is a 2-pin. So there we go. We'll put in 2. It's going to look good. So let's get these 2 in. We're going to use the extensions so that we can try to keep this clean and keep as much of the rest of this behind as we can. The 12 pin gives us a little bit of leeway because there's extra cable that you don't need and yet are forced to have. Thanks, NVIDIA. We love that. And I hear other people are moving to the 12 pin now, which, you know, yay, I guess, maybe. Not really. Alright, so we're putting this in, let's see, I think the smart answer is going to be like this. And we'll poke those right back there. And then this guy here will go right there. Like so. Now we'll take this thing here. And screw this in, keeping it in place. Using a thumb screw. Alright, got that in place. Nothing there, so we can... Oh, that was glass. Alright, here we go. I guess technically we could come up from the bottom, but I don't know. You guys are looking. What do you think's cleaner? That swooping back here to the back. I think we could technically pull it out a little. Let's make it bend around this corner and hide the RTX. Like that, but I don't like that. I like it under like that. It's the least noticeable because coming up from the bottom like that is still wonky to me. So there we go. That's ready to go. We don't need the second one of those. We do need power for the fan controller. And the fan controller plugs in right here. So there's that. now all we have to do is unmount the power supply. Now, when this thing gets done, we'll do a test boot, make sure she boots up, make sure nothing smokes, any of that fun stuff. But, as I said, I am not going to spend the entire stream doing fan cleaning. I will handle that off the stream while I watch Netflix and watch Howie Mandel do some bullshit game show because it's funny as hell. But I'm not going to sit on stream and do it because that is going to take a long time. And you guys are going to get far more bored than you already are watching somebody do something that most of you have done 1,000 times already. So, plug that in there. Plug this in here. Plug this in here. Plug this in here. And plug that there. Man, they make this one tight. Ugh. Get in there. There we go. Plug that one in there. There we go. All the power's all plugged in. Let's see if we can slide it back into place. I'll also do the cleanup of the wires and everything when I do the fans, because I'm going to have to redo the fans wires anyway in here. There we go. Screwdriver, where to put it? Now, for anybody that's been paying attention in the Discord, we do have a drunk stream coming up. That is probably going to be the stream of everything back here getting built. So, you know, that'll be fun. I know how everybody loves to see a drunk Sarah builds a PC. Lots and lots of drinking shall be done. She's going to Renfest again this weekend so that she can start building up her tolerance. Alrighty, so aside from a few fans, this guy is effectively built. Oh, and a whole bunch of cable management, but that's the easy stuff. I think I may have figured out where some of the leaks came from. Alright, so I'll get the fans back on this guy, but for now she should be bootable. Assuming all of the F-panel stuff is plugged in, which it seems like it is. Alright, so another part of how I built the new setup was to make things like this easier on me. So what I did was, I've got an extra cable for this screen here. Down below. Come on. So all I have to do is plug it in, and we can see what's going on. That way I don't have to plug up a new monitor every time. I did actually put thought into building this. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Grab the spare keyboard. Sorry if you guys can't see me. I keep some of this stuff under the desk for this very reason. let's switch this over to HDMI 2. Flip the power switch on the power supply. We have lights. Now we will have to take care of the RGB, which I'll do once we verify this thing actually boots up, because I'll admit I do want to see that. Renfest in Virginia is open, Mod, not the one in Maryland. That will be August. Alright, we've got lights. We've got stuff doing stuff. We're not getting any output though. Let's take a look. What do we got down here? Okay, so hard drive is blinking. We have lights, we have a video card spinning, we have HDMI plugged in, but no output. Alright, let's cut her off. I'll switch this over to full screen. Might be a little easier for you guys to see. Video card is in and has clicked. Just plugged in. Everything's plugged in. Everything's powered. Everything looks correct. Attempt 2. Alright, let's try HDMI directly off the board. Anything there? I do not have a whole lot of answers here. The fan is, the heatsink is on tight. I don't feel any looseness there. Video card just stopped spinning. Hard drive is still blinking away. Alright, so let's start with this. Let's remove the video card and go from there. I don't know if you guys can hear me back there or not. Or if you're plugged into the motherboard. Yeah, but it wasn't working anyway. I switched over to the motherboard to see if it was going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the video card. I want to see if the motherboard gave output as well, because the video card wasn't. So we're going to take that out, remove the video card as a factor, in case it's flawed. Yeah. That's it, we got it right there. We're going to boot off just the board and see if she comes up, because we don't know if this thing worked in the first place ever. We don't know what the status of it was when Kadeem brought it to us, other than leaky. So, you know. Still not getting output. Now, I haven't used this yet, so let me verify that I'm working with the correct screen here. Which cable is that? Oh, this may be me being a dumbass thing. Because the thick checkerboard cable looks to go into the top screen. So that may be a thing. Let's try that again. Still no output. Let's try with the video card. Usually a few times I cleaned out my PC, removed the video card to change, add something to the PC. Wouldn't post unless I reset it once more. Interesting. That sounds more of an issue of board problems. But we will troubleshoot. That's what we do. Alrighty, let's take that cable, plug it in there. Anything. We have a light. We have another light. I don't know if you guys can see it up there. But we are getting, oh, we've got output. It has life. There you go. It's alive. We didn't kill it any more than it was already killed before it got here. Let's take that video card back in so it's stable. Alright, video card's nice and stable. It's complaining about me resetting it a bunch of times. No one cares. Restart. Alrighty. Switch back over to Studio, and you guys should be able to see what I see, which is it booting. It's booting, it works. That's not my wallpaper. Thank you for not having a pornographic wallpaper. That would have made this awkward for me. But she's up. There you go. Only took 90 minutes, give or take, start to finish, minus a bunch of fan cleaning that's still got to go on. But otherwise, it works. So I think I'm going to slide all this over. We're going to try to get some of the RGB done, which is much easier to do while it has power, so you can actually see the RGBs. And hopefully, I have enough cable in this to have it make it all the way over to the desk without breaking. There we go. Now, the RGB, we went simple. This is the exact same RGB that I use in that case. Not in that case, but several of the cases I've done lately, I've just used these really, really cheap, really simple Ergu RGB strips. Why? Mostly because they're cheap, and partially because they're just like the expensive ones. Who makes them? Vantex, I think? They're almost identical to this. And my Corsair ones, which I think I just put in the box to take out of here, are also virtually identical to this, except for the connector. Fun thing is, it's the same 3 pins, so you can actually bridge these into Corsairs if you just bridge the pins manually. So we're going to take the DRGB on the motherboard. The DRGB on the motherboard. On the motherboard. This motherboard has a DRGB pin header, right? This would be very unfortunate if it did not have a DRGB header. Seriously? You've got USB headers galore. Not one 5-volt RGB header. Not one. This is a Tomahawk Max. How can you have Max in the title and it doesn't have a DRGB header? That would be unfortunate. Somebody wants to look up the motherboard and see if you can find if this thing has a DRGB header that I am just missing. I would not complain. There we go. But I do not see one right down in this area, nor do I see one at the top where it usually is. All I see are 12 volts. And for anybody that's curious, 12 volt versus 5 volt is really easy to tell, because 12 volt looks like this. There's a pin, sorry, over here, looks like this. There's a pin, a space, and then 2 more pins, as opposed to what you see down here or up there where there's 4 pins. If you plug a 5 volt into a 12 volt, what happens is it cracks, sizzles, and goes pop. So that is a bit of an issue. Is this hidden somewhere? Fan headers all over the place. Well, Kadeem, we may have to send those back and have them replaced with a set of 12 volts, because I'm not seeing anything on here. Let's see. B550 Tomahawk Max. B450, yes, B450 Tomahawk Max. Sorry, I was mistaken. B450 Tomahawk Max. Let's see. Look at that board. Alright, so I'm looking at the board right now without anything in the way. No video card, no cooler, any of that stuff. And I'm not seeing it. I'll check the manual just to be sure. But that is an easy thing to fix. And if we were going to have something go wrong tonight, I am happy that it is the RGB and not something more important like, you know, it powering on. So let's see here. Manual. Manual. Hardware. Come on, where's support? Support. Where are you at? Support. There you are. Don't need that. Documentation. Language. English. Download. Alright, let's take a quick look. F, and let's do RGB. RGB LED connectors. There are, let's see, it only has 12 volt. So there you go. That is that. Easy peasy to fix, but that does pretty much end the stream because we can't do RGB if we're going to fry the RGB in the process. So these will have to get sent back, and we'll get a 12 volt version, which is weird because everything has switched to 5 volt, and I didn't pick that up when we did this. So with that said, it works. I'm happy. I'll get the fans cleaned up, and Kadeem can probably pick this up tomorrow after I get done cleaning it all the way. But it works. I am kind of curious. Let's... Come on, plug in. There we go. Let's see. Is there anything up here? You know, we'll put it on the Wi-Fi real quick. I want to see what it does. Let's see what it does. It's connected. Let's see if it'll let us through the login prompts. And we're going to go play a little Apex maybe. See what happens. Come on, work. Oh, okay. I can. Alright, it is definitely easier for me to get into Steam than it is to get into EA. He says. Ah, okay, we've got stuff. What do we have? What do we have installed? Cyberpunk 2077. You know what? That'll work. We'll do that. Cyberpunk 2077 should work. I will pull this down because I don't know if you guys can hear me behind. This mic should be picking me up as well. Maybe. Oh, wait. Let's switch to... here. No video. Why is there no video? Interesting. Well, there's a bug I'll have to figure out. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that would explain a lot. Let's go to here. All right, yep, there we go. So it's just that. We're gonna launch this. We're gonna do a benchmark. I don't know if he has done a benchmark in the past to give us some idea as to what the comparables would be, but you know what? I can't imagine it's going to do worse. It's working. You guys can't see that right now because I've got it on a different thing, but it works. And yeah, Mod, that's basically what I came to the conclusion of. Sorry, I wasn't reading the chat. But it is working. I'll go ahead and switch back over to this so you guys can at least see it. We don't want to watch all this. Alright. Now, we're going to set this to be my screen. Video, let's see. 1024 by 768, not acceptable. We're going to crank this up to 3480 by 1600. That should make it nice and pretty. Oh yeah, look at that. Graphics, we're going to run a benchmark on high. Let's see how she does on high. That should give us all we need, and with any luck it won't cut off any of that fun stuff which Kadeem was complaining about prior. She says as the screen goes black. Oh, there we go. We're getting high 50s, peaked at 60 so far. With just a touch of coil whine. She's working. Still staying in the high 50s, peaking at 60. Wonder if it's peaking at 60 due to the refresh rate on that card with what I've got set. I might go change that, see if we can get it just a bit higher. This thing should be able to do 85 on HDMI. So we'll give that a quick whirl, and then we will call it a night. Let's see. Let's see here. Advanced display. Yeah, let's pump that up to 85. Now, the screen will do significantly higher than 85 on DisplayPort, but on HDMI it does have the limitation of 85 FPS. So that is in fact something to consider. And you know what, let's see, RTX, where's the RTX setting? Set it to Stream Deck. Alright, we're going to do Ray Tracing Ultra. Let's just go all the way with it, because why not? Let's see what happens. Let's try to crush this guy. Alright, Kadeem, you're going to find out exactly what it can do at its max, because it's Cyberpunk 2077 and Ray Tracing on Ultra with your 3070 Ti over your previous 2080 leaker. Alright, so she's struggling a bit. I mean, it's high 20s, low 30s, low 20s, 40. Getting there. It's doing its thing. It's not bad for ultra ray tracing. What about power draw? Well, I could figure out power draw. We could load on like hardware info, but realistically, this is already going well beyond what I was planning to do on the stream. We can check all that stuff off the stream. But I think we can call this done until we get working RGB. Kadeem, if you want to give me a call, we can discuss anything else that needs to be done before you pick her up. But I think we can, without a doubt, say she works now. And she's not cutting off. You should be able to stream. You should be able to do a lot. So With that said, guys, if you like the content, if you like seeing me do these things, especially as often as I'm going to be doing them lately, hit the like button, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Anybody new that's watching and you want to have me fix your build, do a water cooled build, whatever, that information will be down below. So with that said, I will catch you guys later.